What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome to a Dungeon Defenders 2 Beginner's Guide and Tutorial series. This series will be in really no specific order, as new topics will come up, but I will try to get it organized after release into a much more complete and timely playlist. As changes take place between now and release, I will do my best to update this series and make sure that the playlist is always current. This series will be played on the PC, however most of these topics will very easily transfer over to the PS4 with just a few different controls. If there's anything at all that you'd like more information on, or something that you struggled with as a beginner, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to make it a topic in this series. Without further ado, let's get started. So we've got our apprentice, and we've got our squire, and we're ready to jump right in and check out the first map and get the first combat mission done, defend the gates of Dragonfall. Let's go ahead and pop in and knock that out. Now, the two options right out of the gates are normal or hard. If you're familiar with action tower defense games, by all means choose hard. There's just a very, very tiny difference in difficulty between the two. It's not that tough at all to get hard done if you understand the basic idea and the basic concepts of tower defense. So the first one we have unlocked, which is also our quest, is Gates of Dragonfall. I'm going to do a private game. You can choose public if you want to play in a group. I personally always prefer to go private my first time through the campaign. Let's hop on in and check it out. Now, of course, we have the squire and the apprentice to build with, and everything they have available. We do have all of their towers available right out of the gates, which is kind of nice. Now, as you see, press G to end warm-up. This game is all about hitting G. That's something that will go all the way through to the end, and people hitting G will either come natural to you, or it will frustrate you when you're in a group and you're waiting for the rest of the group to hit G. So as we see, we popped open a chest here. That's going to give us the green mana that popped out. Let me go ahead and drop it on the ground here so you all can see what that looks like. I scooped it up pretty darn quick. The green mana is basically our juice for building. So we're going to go ahead and collect that back up, and let's take a look at our defenses. So we've got the apprentice and the squire. If we go to our character tab and go to info, it's going to show you our abilities and our defenses. Now, I personally right now am more concerned with defenses. And I see I got a cannonball tower, fires a massive cannonball, very nice. Spike blockade, which is our wall, a ballista, and a training dummy, which is another wall. Now if we hop on over to the apprentice, we see we have the flame burst tower, nice tower shooting fireballs, arcane barrier, which is the apprentice's wall, frostbite tower, which is a tower that's going to give a slow to any baddies, and then Earth Shatter, which is a massive, currently single target damage tower that's just going to get in and wreck up some faces. Now, since we have, 350 mana, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the squire and get some walls done. Let's see, let's go, how far up do we want to block it? Let's just go like right there. We'll just get all aggressive here. And this one we'll put right about there. And then we're going to block off this third lane right at about here. So, of course, our objective is defend the crystal cart here. I'm assuming everyone has made it past that point, so I'm not really going to get into absolute how to complete your first map. I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with this map. So I'm going to go ahead and knock it out, and we are going to go ahead and jump on forward. Alright, so we completed our first wave, and as we notice, in the top left-hand corner of the screen, where my character info is, you see the little 2. That means I leveled up to level 2. Now, if we hit I and open our forge back up and go to the hero deck, we're also going to see that our squire, even though he was not out and active, he leveled up to 2 as well. That's why it's always important to keep a full hero deck at all times. Now, a couple of other notes. One of the most important active functions in the game as you're playing is going to be to repair your defenses. Walls, of course, take a brunt of the beating. We like our walls big, fat, and healthy, and as you see, this one is almost to that halfway mark. Now, as you see the little icon, if we hit R, we can go ahead and repair that blockade and bring it back up to full. We're going to take a look at our other defenses, get all of those full as well, and it's always good to keep your defenses at full health. That way you have nothing to worry about as the match progresses. Alright, so we've got everything repaired, and we've got 175 of the green mana left. Now remember, the green mana is used for everything with your defenses. That's why your defenses are located directly under your green mana bar. Your blue mana is for your abilities. Now your abilities are all going to be located, of course, directly below your ability bar. As you see, the blue mana, you can pick it up off the ground, but it also, like on this character, it naturally will regenerate. And we'll get some of that back just over time. Now, with 175 green mana left, we can lay down some more defenses. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and get one more Flame Burst in on each one of these lanes. See, we'll put this one just a little closer there. And then, well, let's get one right up top here. To shoot down. That's going to leave me 55 left. I've got enough for one more, but I'm going to go ahead and save that green mana, because remember, the green mana is necessary to do the repairs. So let's go ahead and pop on through to the end of the match. Now here we are finishing the map. We're on wave 3, and we see a very, very healthy Warboar comes rolling out. Now throughout the campaign, all of the baddies that we're going to fight are going to get introduced on each level as a boss. This is the boss for the first level, the Warboar, and as you see above his health bar above, it's a medium melee attacker. Warboars can pack a punch, and they're pretty darn tough. Now we see our blockade is starting to take a beating, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a repair on that as we get it moving. And see if we can't burn this Warboar down. Very healthy. 50,000 is pretty mad health here on for the very first map, so it does take a little while to get him burned down. So you want to make sure that that wall is going to stay alive. Now this is true all the way through to the end game. Always keep an eye out for repairs. If any of your defenses, of course, get down to 0, they will be destroyed. So make sure you're there to get the repair done. Now upon completion of the map, we're going to get a victory chest here, and then we're also going to get a nice experience bonus and another quest completion. So let's go ahead and pop open our victory chest, and we'll collect up all the fat loot we got here. All kinds of goodies. So I'm just going to go ahead and collect this all up. Now, by default, your inventory is set to auto collect. You've got 4 bags there right now. All 4 bags by default are set to auto collect. Or pardon me, the very first one is not. The other 3 are set to auto collect, and what this means is anything that is left on the ground, depending on the filter settings you have on that, which that's a whole nother tutorial altogether, like this sturdy helmet, it's going to be auto picked up when you hit G to end the match. And there you go. Now our first victory rewarded us 110 defender medals. We got 5 for the map reward, 5 because there's a special event going on right now, plus an additional 100 for a campaign quest. So quite a bump in defender medals, and that of course is one of the key currency in the game. So next up, we're going to find a way to spend those. That's it for now. See ya! Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click that like button and mash this big J over here to subscribe to the channel. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.